You're looking at the streets of Raleigh, North Carolina, here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, and we welcome you to David A. Richard Memorial Stadium as the Carolina Skyhawks host the undefeated Baltimore Vultures. Welcome to this beautiful Saturday of SFL football. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Gerald Giudice, along with my color analyst, Mr. Nate Hall, strong safety of Lone Star. How are you?
I am great, Gerald. I'm ready and excited to get this game going. Looking forward to seeing how both teams come out in this one.
Both teams coming off a tough week. Baltimore had a tough game against Jacksonville, 31-17 in the victory, while London just absolutely stood all over Carolina, 45-28. What do you think the keys are to this game?
I think in this one, I think Baltimore just has to keep doing what they've been doing week in and week out to get that offensive explosion going of both Jimmy Hazard and Jack Wigmore at quarterback. Carolina, if they're going to come away with this one, they've got to have pretty much the same game plan they had against Queen City when they beat them a couple of weeks ago to end their undefeated season as well.
Okay, Baltimore is in your white jersey, black pants. Carolina sporting the all blue, as we're going to be getting ready to kick off here shortly. As we said, Baltimore comes into this game undefeated, 9-0, and as you see in the upper part of your screen, they are a 17.5-point favorite. Carolina going to kick off the ball to Baltimore, and we're going to start off the game. It goes down to Giovanni Bolt around the goal line. Up to the 10, the 20, spins, and gets tackled right there at the 24-yard line. And with that, let's get to this Baltimore offense, led by quarterback Jack Wigmore. Your running backs are Jimmy Hazard and T. Roy Gaines. Your wide receiver core of Ivory Irvin, Daley Holder, and Mac Chima. Your starting tight end is Lloyd Graham Jr. As trips to the top of the screen. First and 10 at the 24-yard line. Wigmore back to pass. Great pocket. Good sight goes deep and is almost picked off. Goes through about three defenders there as Monte Wyatt makes a great play for Carolina.
Yeah, Monte Wyatt almost coming away with a huge pick right there. Was able to bat that one down. Was almost a bad play all around to start this drive for Baltimore.
Slightly underthrown. Wigmore hasn't had through a lot of interceptions this year, but threw three against Jacksonville in their win. So it's going to come up here on 2nd and 10. Back to pass again as the pocket goes sidelines, and it's out of bounds to Ivory Irvin, and it's a quick two incompletions and now a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of Baltimore's offense here. Throwing two incomplete passes in a row. Ivory Irvin was trying to find that sideline line, but Wigmore just let him a little bit too far out of bounds on that play.
Wigmore definitely looking shaky here in the opening moments of this game. Trips to the bottom of your screen, 5 wide. Wigmore's in the gun. Back pass, deep drop, goes across the middle. That one's caught! Threads the needle, and it's our first down, and that's Mac Chisholm.
Yeah, Mac Chima there with the huge catch to take the ball all the way out to midfield. Ran the post route there towards the middle of the field, come away with a huge first down to keep this drive going.
Mac Chima, I'm sorry for that, Mac. And we've got a 1st and 10 at the midfield stripe. I formation. Ball goes to Hazard, has some running room, gets up the middle and goes for 8 yards. Great carry there by Jimmy Hazard.
Yeah, Jimmy Hazard there, good 8-yard play right at the middle, following his blockers. T. Roy Gain out there in front of him, blocking the way for him on that first down play to make it 2nd and short.
Having a great rookie season under the tutelage of T. Roy Gaines. 2nd and 2 now, offset eye. Gonna be running play. Hazard going out to the outside, breaks away. Spin move, gets inside the Carolina 35-yard line to the 32. And let's go to see this Carolina Skyhawks defense. Your defensive line of Ryan Ray, John Nevels, and Phil Hall. Your linebacker core, Shavon Prasad, David Ware, Chad Simpson. Your cornerbacks are Tristan Hatley, Mark Martin, David Joseph. Your safeties are Daniel Valentine, Kane Vasquez, and Monte Wyatt, who you met earlier in this game. As Ivory Irving stays in bounds on this one, a couple of spin moves there, somehow gets almost the first down yards. Give him 9 3/4.
Wow, Ivory Irvin breaking out 2 spin cycles there on the sidelines just to stay in bounds to get those extra couple of yards to make it second and short. Uh, Doing a nice job mixing up the run and pass on this drive. Let's see if they can keep it rolling.
First 2 passes looking like the old Wigmore here as we go second and about a half a foot. Back to pass. Across to Irvin. Irvin at the 12-yard line. Irvin already has 21 yards on 2 catches and another first down.
Yeah, Ivory Irvin helping his team out there with the pass reception to get that first down. It was only second and short. Thought they might have ran it with Hazard there, but they decided to pass it to Irvin, and it turns out to be a good play.
First down and 10, about the 11.5-yard line. You get inside the 2 for a first down. Single back set. Wigmore back to throw again. On this drive again, Irvin across the middle. This time only gains 4, 2nd and 6.
They found something with Irvin going 3 plays in a row to him, getting a good job to get those 4 yards and make it second and medium to set him up nicely inside the 10-yard line.
Definitely exploiting the cross the middle as you see an offset eye here on 2nd and 6 at the 7. Could not get away. It's a great tackle there for loss by number 99, Javon Prasad.
Yeah, Shervon Prasad stepping up and getting the TFL there, tackle for loss on Jimmy Hazard, making it third and a little bit longer play to convert here. Great job by him to stuff the running play.
7 at the Carolina 9. Shotgun set. Wigmore back to pass. Quick throw. Out to the sidelines. And it's Matt Chima. This time he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. And Baltimore's up early.
Mac Chima getting the 9-yard touchdown pass on the left sidelines, getting the first score of the game for his team. Great job. Great job on this drive to find his wide receivers by Wigmore, and Chima hits pay dirt for the score, 6-0.
Great replay. Great play call. Showed they had the wide receivers going inside, and the safety followed them and just gave Mac Chima enough room to get to that corner of the end zone. As we wait for Shark Tarkington here to add the extra point. And it is up and good. Baltimore with a 7-0 lead. If you're new to the SFL, Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy as Parkington puts his foot in the ball and gets up to the 20, to the 23-yard line. And that's where Carolina will take their first possession. And let's meet their offense. They're led on the field by quarterback Matt South, halfback Logan Jack, talented wide receiver core of Sam Avolis, Heath McDaniel Jr. and Harish Prasad. And you got dual tight ends and Tony Zoma and Vince DeSantis as they come out with a single back offset formation here. First 10 at the 23. South back to pass, goes across the middle, and it is caught on a laser across the middle of the field. Got a gain of 15 and a first down.
Yeah, that was a great way to start this drive for Matt South, getting a first down catch to his wide out there. Looks like it was actually. It looks like it might have been his tight end, number 80, Heath McDaniel Jr. Actually, no, that's a wide receiver. But great job by Heath McDaniel to go over the middle and make that catch.
Shotgun got tripped up to the top here. First and 10. It's a pass to the outside, and it is caught. And just shy of the first down. Great coverage there as that ball is caught by, I believe, That is Harish Prasad, his first catch of the game.
Yeah, Harish Prasad there with a good 9-yard reception there on the left sideline. We saw them do it against Queen City a couple weeks ago, spreading the ball around to all of his wide receivers. Matt South did, and he's starting off the same way here on this drive. So good sign by him.
2nd and 1, back to pass, a quick flare out. Great block on the outside, and it gets to Logan Jack for the first down. Great blocking there on the outside.
Yeah, great blocking out on the outside to spring Logan Jack loose for the first down reception on the other side of the field in Baltimore territory. We know Logan Jack can do it both ways in the receiving and in the running game, so look for him to have a good game in this one as well.
Full house backfield, 1st and 10. Running up the middle, Logan Jack goes up for about 2 yards. And let's meet this Baltimore defense. Your defensive line of Al Walker, Tucker Lewis, Nate Brown, and Sharon Yates the fourth. Your linebackers, Frank Smith, Keenan Samuels, Alvin Mack. Your cornerbacks, Marvin Himes, Ben Stackenpaper, Austin Brigham. Your free safety is Giovanni Bo, and your strong safety is Troy Loshaw. The 2nd down again going up the middle, only gains a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, a couple of running plays in a row there for Carolina. Just couldn't get much going up the middle on either play, and they're stuck with a 3rd and medium. Obvious passing situation here.
3rd and 6 from Baltimore's 43-yard line. Great. Oh, he's going to get sacked. That just held the football for too long as it's a double team sack by Baltimore.
Yeah, it looks like number 76, Nate Brown, was there, as well as number 93. Looks like that was Al Walker in there to combine on that sack to give a big loss to Carolina on 3rd down to make him go for a punt here.
Loss of 11 on the play. Punting unit comes on. It's blocked! Blocked by the defense. The special teams coming through. And Baltimore gets the ball back on the 32-yard line. 2 back-to-back terrible plays for Carolina.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Carolina there. Baltimore comes away with the block on the punt. Sets up Baltimore with better field position than they should have had here on this drive.
At the 32-yard line, single back for Baltimore. Wigmore under center. It goes back to pass. And it's floated, and it's pinballed again, going deep across the middle, looking for Lloyd Graham Jr., but Monty Wyatt again playing great center field.
Yeah, Monty Wyatt was there. Kane Vasquez was there. It looked like 3 or 4 different players could have ended up with that interception down the middle, playing a good zone coverage there on the deep ball. Just couldn't come away with it, so it's going to be a 2nd down and long.
Again, looking for that deep route. Wigmore underthrew the football. But either way, it's 2nd and 10 up here at the Baltimore 32-yard line. As you see T-Roy Gaines behind Wigmore on that shot. 2nd and 10. 4:31 to go in the first quarter. Back to pass, goes across the middle again. This time it's caught and breaks a tackle. He might go to the 20, 15, 10, 5. He is gone. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mac Chima, his 2nd of the quarter.
Yeah, Jack Wigmore responding nicely after that long incompletion, finding Mac Chima down the middle, and Mac Chima breaks a tackle and goes to the house and makes a house call on that long touchdown run by him. Great job by him to find the open field and hit pay dirt.
Breaks the tackle of Tristan Hanley right there. And then, believe it or not, great, just not even a block, but just running interference there by Lloyd Graham Jr., and it springs him enough to get to the end zone. 13-0 Baltimore here with just under 8 minutes in the game, or 7 minutes in the game, and they're up big right now, 13-0. Going for the extra point here is Shark Tarkington. Hold her down. snap is down low, crowd in, and good. 14-0 Baltimore. And if you're Carolina, you really not liking this right now.
Yeah, this is probably one of the worst case scenarios for Carolina that they were not hoping for this early on in the game. Uh, Coming off that block punt on their first drive on offense for Carolina, and then allowing that second touchdown drive by Baltimore right away, only 2 plays after that. So, yeah, definitely not what Carolina wanted on that drive right at all.
Kick down the going up to the 10 to the 20. Prasad spins and gets to the 25-yard line. And as Carolina comes out for their second drive, I was going to mention that the front four of Baltimore did not have a mark on the score sheet in their last game, their win against Jacksonville 31-17. So it was the first time those players have been called. The half sack that was by each of, I believe it was Sharon Yates and Tucker Lewis. But either way, it comes up to first and 10 at the 25. Hand off to Jack up the middle. Big hole. Gains 9, 2nd and 1.
Great job by Logan Jack there to find the open hole right up the middle to get that 9-yard gain. A good job by this Carolina offense to realize they need to settle it down a little bit, try to settle down their offense. Even though they're 2 scores down, they're still in this game. They just need to keep pressing on as they go on this drive.
2nd and 1, just outside the 33-yard line. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Gets the ball away. Sidearm. And that's intercepted. Intercepted and going the other way. Another turnover by this Baltimore Vultures defense. This time Austin Brigham brings it in.
Yeah, Austin Brigham right there getting the tip drill interception. Good job by him to stay with the ball as it was tipped up in the air and come away with a pick, and even ran it back for a few yards to set up his offense on great field position as they start this third drive of the game. This is definitely something that Carolina did not want to happen, and they just need to grind it out and hold Baltimore here on this drive.
They can hold him to a field goal here. It's a win. It's a quick swing pass out to Hazard. Nice open field tackle there by number 56, Chad Stinson. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, you said it, Chad Stinson right there in the open field. Come away with a big open field tackle on Jimmy Hazard to hold him to only a 3-yard gain as they go for a 2nd and 7 here.
I formation. Wide receiver each side, split wide. As Moore back to pass. Great protection again. Goes deep across the middle. This time it's knocked down. It was that Monte Wyatt again. Oh, it sure heck was. Center field being patrolled decently by Monte Wyatt.
Yeah, Monte Wyatt got just enough of that football to cause it to go down to the ground instead of finding the open arms and waiting hands of Ivory Irvin in the back of the end zone there. Great job on that play to hold him and make it a 3rd and long.
3rd and 7, 5 wide. Wigmore back to pass across the middle, and it is caught. First down, Daly Holder, and goal inside the 10 at the 8.
Yeah, Daly Holder getting their offense right back in scoring range inside the 10-yard line. Jack Whitmore's doing a good job standing in the pocket, finding his open wide receiver on each play, and making sure that he puts his receivers in a good spot to make the catch, and not only that, but to gain a few yards afterwards as well.
Dave Vasquez there on the stop. First and goal off the 8. Handoff is to Hazard. Spins and gets 1 to the Carolina 7.
If there is one positive to come away with this Carolina defense is that so far, Jimmy Hazard has not gotten going very much in this game. We'll see if that holds true for the remainder of this game, but good job by Carolina to hold Hazard on minimal plays on this drive so far.
Came in with a leading 6.1 yards per attempt. Gets the ball here again. Tries to go wide. Great pursuit by the Carolina defense. And it gets to another yard to make a 3rd and goal from the 5.
Yeah, number 42, Davison Joseph. Looks like Hazard was trying to bounce it to the outside since he couldn't find room on the inside in the previous play, and Joseph there just didn't allow it to happen, made the tackle on the 5-yard line to make it 3rd and goal.
Baltimore 3 for 3 on 3rd downs in this game. Goes back, pass to pump fake, and he gets sacked. Carolina comes away with holding them out of the end zone for the first time, and it's a big-time play. Sack makes it 4th and goal from the 10.
Yeah, huge sack for this Carolina defense, holding the Baltimore offense to only a field goal attempt here. I would call that a win in my book. Great job by Carolina's defense to hold them here on this drive.
I believe that was Ryan Ray on the sack. The Tarkington's out here for a 27-yard field goal. It is up, and it is good. That's a small win if you're Carolina, holding them to a field goal, and they were just 28 yards outside of pay dirt. It's now 17-0 Carolina.
Yeah, it may have been a small one, but any win is a win nonetheless, and Carolina will take it, especially against an undefeated team like Baltimore. So, Carolina, though, they've really got to keep, I wouldn't call it, you know, they need to get something going here for sure. It's not panic time yet, but they need to keep something going soon.
Ron Prasad trying to get the momentum going here. They're at their 26-yard line. And if you're Carolina, you just got to put these the first 2 drives of this ball game out of your mind with that costly sack on 3rd down, the block punt, and then the interception by Austin Brigham here. You got to try to somehow, some way, get your offense to stay on the field because your defense is going to get gassed. If not, trips up to the top of your screen. Shotgun for Matt South as he's back to pass. Penalty flag down, looking deep, and it's intercepted! Picked off down the sidelines, down to the 20. This time, it is Giovanni Bolt, and if the play stands, that will be his SFL record-tying 15th of the season. Let's see what the laundry is. And it's holding against the Vultures. Austin Brigham gets the penalty, nullifies the Bolt interception, and that's costly for Baltimore.
Costly indeed. I think Bolt is going to be having words with Austin Brigham in that huddle on defense, being like, what are you doing? Hold him and taking away that record interception I could have had. That is not smart football by him.
That would have been his 66 as that ball's just thrown across the middle and broken up. Looking for his wide receiver, his tight end, Vince DeSantis.
Yeah, just couldn't find his wide receiver. Matt South so far in this game's having a hard time finding those wide receivers and tight ends. He really needs to just settle down and find his wide receivers and just methodically move the ball down the field.
2nd and 10 from the Carolina 31. Less than 12 ticks to go on the clock, going across the middle. And this time it's caught. Receiver goes across midfield. Great play there for our 1st down. I believe that was number 11, Samavowitz, as we come to the end of the 1st quarter. Baltimore up 17-0. You're watching the SFL on Twitch. Welcome back to Raleigh, North Carolina. Jared Giuseppe along with Nate Hall, James Walters in the stats truck, and of course Cameron Ryan pushing the buttons behind the scenes. as Carolina has the ball on Baltimore's 47-yard line. The handoff to Logan Jack, and there's absolutely nowhere to go as that hole is plugged up by Keenan Samuels.
Yeah, Keenan Samuels with the tackle for loss there to make it a 1 yard loss on the play. Logan Jack just in frustration pounding his fist on the ground there because he couldn't find an open lane on that run. Tough break for them.
2nd and 11 from the 48. Almost empty backfield as Logan Jack's out to the side, going across the middle. That's looking for a wide receiver, was overthrown. Looking for Heath McDaniel Jr. is going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, it looks like it may have been a miscommunication on that play between him and Matt South. There was two wide receivers in the same vicinity. Looked like there was 5 white shirts though over there. So when you have those kind of divides, it's not going to end well. Luckily, it just found the dirt and hit the ground for the incompletion.
Matt South, 3 of 6 for 40 yards. And that interception had another one, luckily for him, taken away on this drive as he's back to pass. And it's batted away. Great defensive play there by Ben Stackenpaper. He's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, Ben Stacking Paper, the 3rd-year player for Carolina, coming away with a huge tip ball to make that an incomplete pass, bringing up a 4th down for Carolina. This is not good for Carolina. They have to already punt the ball away here.
Looking to pin him deep. The last punt attempt was blocked. Gets the ball away. Great hang time. Looking to pin him deep. Ball's going to be returned. At the 20. Wow, great return there by Giovanni Bolt. Maybe taking out some frustration, but having that interception taken away from him. But Baltimore starts at their own 20.
Yeah, Giovanni Bull, we know how dynamic of a kick returner and punt returner this guy is. He's gonna look to break it wide open any chance he gets. Great job by him to bring it back up to the 20-yard line.
Baltimore's offense back on the field. Offset eye as Wigmore goes under center. Early stages here of the 2nd quarter. He goes back to pass. Great protection. He's going deep across the middle. And this time he finds Ivory Irvin down the field. Is he going to get caught?
Oh.
Yes. Gets caught from behind at the 15-yard line. This time they get the ball past Monty White. Perfectly thrown ball, and Irvin is already down inside the red zone again.
Yeah, that reception goes down for 64 yards from Jack Wigmore to Ivory Irvin. Luckily for Carolina, they were able to come away with the tackle inside the red zone to not allow it to go any further. But huge play by Baltimore there to set them up in perfect position to score once again.
James Walters, that guy said his four catches for 87 yards. As Wigmore is back to pass this time, he goes to Irvin again. Looked like there was a little miscommunication, but Ivory Irvin adjusts to the ball, gains 4 yards, and gets tackled right on his number at the 10.
That just shows you how good this offense is this season. Even though Jack Wigmore threw that ball a little bit high for his wide receiver, he's got the weapons on the outside to go up there and pick it out of midair to come down with the catch and make it a 2nd and 4.
When it's going your way, it's going your way. Back to pass again up the field. This time it's looking for his wide receiver. Batted away. Great play there by Mark Martin.
Yeah, Mark Martin coming away with the pass deflection. Keeping, looks like, number 83 out of the end zone there and being able to bat that ball away to make it a 3rd down.
Lloyd Graham Jr. was the intended target on that pass. 3rd and 4, and Carolina once again with Baltimore breathing inside the 15. Can they hold them to a field goal again? Trips to the bottom of your screen. 3rd and 4. Baltimore's 3 for 4 on 3rd downs in this ball game. Back to pass to the outside. This time he finds Lloyd Graham Jr., who does. But no, they said he's not over the 1st down line. I thought he was past the marker.
Yeah, I did too.
4th and inches at the 6, but man,
that's got to be a red flag. It looked like Lloyd Graham Jr. crossed right at the 5-yard line instead of the 6, make it a 1st down. But they're calling it 4th and inches.
There's no way. If I was Baltimore, that red flag would be out. But maybe up 17-0, you're not going to worry about it. Tim Johnson, Dr. Thomas Parenti, the coach, is not throwing that red flag out there, and it's a high snap and a 22-yard field goal. And if you're Carolina, you might want to thank the refs on that one because that, I think, was a horrible spot.
Thank the refs, send them a gift, do something nice for him. Man, that was a good call that went Carolina, or actually a bad call, but it went Carolina's way. And that is an 8-point swing there. Carolina's got to start taking advantage of holding Baltimore here. It's only 3 points instead of 7.
Again, after giving up the big play, bend don't break as Prasad from the goal line, following his blockers out to the 25-yard line. Are you a next level SFL fan? Visit the SFL League website at simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player and to join our community. Check out League Leaders. We got stats from all 17 seasons of SFL action and track game, season, and career numbers of all the players over time who have gone from the couch to the field. Simulation Football League, 17 seasons strong. The strong arm of Matt South goes back to pass, and it's caught, and it's a gain of 7 as he finds his wide receiver, Harish Prasad.
Yep, Harish Prasad doing a good job of tiptoeing the sidelines over there on the left side of the field, come away with a good 7-yard reception. I think Carolina, though, needs to start think about getting their tight ends involved. They don't have any receptions so far. I'm sorry, I take that back. Looks like, or no, they don't have, none of their tight ends have a catch so far. So Carolina needs to find their tight ends.
You see there coming on the outside, wide open spaces. That looked like he was going to go for a heck of a lot more yards than that, but it gets them a first down, and this is Sam Avolas.
Yeah, I thought Sam Avalis was dead to rights on that play. Caught it about a yard behind the line of scrimmage, but did a good job of turning around and taking that ball right upfield to get that first down.
Avalis with another catch on this game. Deep drop for South. He goes across the field and is caught. Great catch at the sideline. Harish Prasad just past midfield of Baltimore 49.
Yeah, Harish Prasad come up with another big catch there for his quarterback, but how strong is Matt South to be able to go to the right there, scramble off to the right, but then throw it back across his body and find his receiver on the left side of the field. Good job by South to find his open wide receiver.
You were reading my mind, Amp. I was going to mention, what kind of a throw is that? Going cross-field, cross-body on a dime and hits Harish Prasad. This time they're in Baltimore territory now at the 49-yard line. Just over 7:40 to go here in the half. Long count, short drop, little quick throw out. Logan Jack spin move, and puts the shoulder down. Takes Alvin Mack for a ride for a first down to the Baltimore 38.
Wow, Logan Jack showing his muscle there to get the ball across that first down marker. Nice job by him to catch that and get the first down for his offense. Carolina here doing a good job of spreading the ball around to different wide receivers, moving the ball methodically down the field. They just need to find a way to capitalize as they continue on this drive.
Logan Jack came in as the number 1 reception in the SFL with 85. Tries to run up the middle. This time Alvin Mack gets the better of him. That's a gain of 1.
Yeah, Alvin Mack here getting the tackle after only a 1-yard gain by Logan Jack. Even though they're only getting 1 to 2 yards per carry so far from Logan, they still can't abandon that run game. They have to keep Baltimore's defense honest as they go down and keep this drive going.
2nd and 9 from the 36. Has a wide receiver over across the middle and is caught. The best drive right now looking for Matt South as he finds Harish Prasad again across the middle. First down at the 25.
Yeah, you saw the stat line. Harish Prasad, 4 receptions, 44 yards, helping his team out on this drive, as well as keeping this ball moving down the field for his offense. 1st and 10 inside the 25-yard line.
And off the Jack up the middle. There's nobody there. And Logan Jack gets another first down on consecutive plays here for Carolina as they're inside the red zone with the 15.
Wow, Logan Jack, where was Baltimore's defense on that play? Just following his blockers right up the middle. Didn't even get touched until he was past the first down marker. Good job by him to find the open lanes by his big offensive line to be able to find that first down marker and set his team up with good scoring position.
Yeah, it was definitely behind the front lines before he got touched. But back set, Jack gets the ball again. This time running behind blockers, gained 7 yards. Another big gain here for Logan Jack.
They just got to keep pounding the ball here. It looks like Carolina may be catching Baltimore not prepared a little bit for Carolina's running game. Whenever a running back can hit second and third levels without being touched before he's touched, it's always a good thing.
At the 8-yard line, the furthest Carolina has been in Baltimore territory. Go for another flick pass outside. Gets it to Logan Jack, who gets to the one.
Oh no!
Just diving for the pylon. Couldn't quite get there. But either way, it's a first down for Carolina at the Baltimore 1.
Logan Jack, I thought he may have crossed the ball across the pylon before he went out of bounds, but the rest saw it differently. I don't know if we'll see a red flag on this one or not, but in any rate, it's a good job by Logan Jack to find a first down to make it a first and goal from the almost the 1 yard line, to set up on a nice set of downs.
Second ball, it just absolutely bowls his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. And boy, is that missed first down call looking big right now as Carolina takes the next drive down for a score. Logan Jack, his 10th rushing touchdown of the year.
Yeah, they stuck with Logan Jack towards the end of that drive, and they finished. Oh, look at this. They're challenging the spot of the ball that he might not have crossed the plane there on that one. I think they'll end up losing this challenge, but we'll see.
Yeah, this was I think this is a questionable challenge. I think he got into the end zone here. Yeah,
Yeah.
his helmet was in the end zone. His ball was right by his helmet. But see what the rest 62 has to say here. Whoa!
Wow.
Wow, they're saying his knee was down before the ball crossed the line. And hold the phone, it is not a touchdown. Number 10 for Logan Jack. As it's second and goal, let's just say at the shadow of the goal line.
Two questionable
The nose of the
calls.
football is saying hi to the plane right now. And this time he just goes in standing up. Well, we were played too soon, but this time it goes to the backup. The backup player, number 24, Jarrett Grimes, comes in with the touchdown.
Yeah, Jarrett Grimes right there on the coming in for Logan Jack on the 1 inch line to finish that drive off. That should have been Logan Jack's touchdown in my opinion. But unfortunately it went to the backup. But nonetheless, good drive by Carolina to get on the board, to keep this game within reach as they close in on halfway through the second quarter.
Big time drive there by Carolina. And now it's a 20-7 ball game. That was an 11 play, 78-yard drive that was capped off by the touchdown from Jarrett Grimes. Thanks to the one and only James Walters back in our stats truck. And now it's a different ball game here, 20-7. Like you said, just under halfway left here in the second quarter. As Carolina kicks the ball off to the dangerous Giovanni Bo, who takes it from inside the goal line. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, takes a hit and goes down at the 22-yard line. The SFL 17th postseason gets underway on Next Level Sports for the fans. It's on Saturday, October 16th and Sunday, October 17th with wild card matchups. For the newest SFL participants, the SFL Minor League, SFLM kicks off its 4th season Friday, October 15th. The SFL YouTube channel is home to all the minor league action at youtube.simulationfl. And to get on the field, visit simulationfl.net to create a player today. As you can be a player just like that man, Ivory Irvin, catching it across the middle, thrown 2 for 8 times, caught for 6. and it's a first down, Baltimore.
Yeah, Jack Wigmore able to find Ivory Irvin over the middle there, just over the outstretched arms of that Carolina defender. Uh, Getting a good gain there to make it a 1st and 10 from the 38.
That went right through the hands of the 7-year vet, Chevron Facade, as Wigmore at the 38-yard line, clock running with under 4:15 to go. Just a short drop and a sack. Carolina gets to Jack Wigmore. It might be a loss of 2, but it's a sack anyway. Big play there by the defensive end, Ryan Ray.
Ryan Ray coming up with a big play on 1st down to sack the quarterback for a 1-yard loss. Luckily for Baltimore, it wasn't a deeper drop than it was.
2nd and 11 from the 36, goes wide. His Hazard on the flare, gets back that yard and a couple more, makes it a 3rd and manageable at the 43.
All right, Carolina's got this Baltimore offense on a 3rd down and medium after that 7-yard completion. Let's see if their defense can stand here and not allow them to convert here on 3rd down.
3rd and 4, Baltimore's 3 for 5 on 3rd down. So I feel think they should be 4 for 5, but either way, the Wigmore back to pass. Look at the sidelines, and it is caught. Great concentration there by Mac Cheeman to get the 1st down as the ball's at the midfield stripe.
Again, another ball that Jack Wigmore, young quarterback, threw a little bit too high for his wide receiver. But when you got weapons like Irvin and Mac Chima was just able to snag that ball in midair and come down for the 1st down.
Wigmore, 10,000 yards already in his young career, as that ball is hit to I believe Mac Chima once again, but this time wrapped up by Mark Martin for no gain.
Actually, I think they're going to call that an incomplete pass. I think the ball hit the ground there to make it a 2nd and 10. The defender there did a good job of hitting Chima over the middle just hard enough to knock that ball right out of his hands.
Great catch there by Nate Hall. It was an incomplete pass. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Just on Carolina's side of midfield with 2:41 to go. Run the sweep, and this time Carolina's ready for Mr. Hazard as big number 92. Phil Hall with the tackle brings up 3rd and long.
Phil Hall getting in on stat sheet in this game with the tackle for loss. Good job by him to plug that hole on the left side of the offensive line to not allow Jimmy Hazard to get anywhere. Great job by him for the stop.
Now we're on Baltimore's side of the 50 as Wigmore going deep down the middle, and it is broken up. Guess who? Deep across the middle, Monte Wyatt once again.
How many times is that we've called Wyatt's name in this game? I think he's been all over the backfield for this Carolina defense. Swatting balls away, coming over with big play after big play, and another one to add to his stat sheet here as he knocks the ball away to make it 4th down.
We see Pablo Gage for the first time. James Walters again, our stat guy, right on it, tells us that is Monte Wyatt's 4th pass deflection here in the first half. As that punt goes to Prasad, and he's tackled immediately at the 18-yard line with 3 seconds from the 2-minute warning.
All right, well, Carolina's here in the 2nd quarter has stepped up big time. Their defense has held Baltimore here to very few to no scoring plays. This is a perfect opportunity for Carolina to use this 2-minute drill to bring it within a score as they close out the first half.
2:03 to go at the 18. Full complement of timeouts here. This will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Steps up in the pocket, throws deep, and it's blocked and to the ground. And we'll reach the 2-minute warning. Baltimore up 20-7 over the host Carolina Hawks. You're watching the SFL on Twitch. Don't go anywhere. We're back to David A. Richardson Memorial Stadium here in Raleigh, North Carolina. As a 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. South back to pass goes across the field again. It's caught, but they're saying he is out of bounds. Couldn't get the feet in. Vince DeSantis on that sideline right now. It's 3rd and 10 from the 18.
Yeah, Vince DeSantis just got led a little bit too far out of bounds. Couldn't stay in bounds on that reception to make it a 3rd and long. This is must convert territory here for Carolina if they want to score before halftime.
3rd and long. Carolina 0 for 2 on 3rd downs. Going across the middle of the field. This time, it is caught. What a catch! Wow, across the middle, Sam Avalos comes up with a great catch on 3rd down and 10, making a 23-yard gain up to the 41.
I'm surprised they're not going, though, here and hurry up. I think they would be more wanting to press the ball a little bit as they're rolling under 2 minutes now until halftime. They've got to hurry up here in order to have a good scoring chance.
Short drop, South back to pass, hit as he throws, and Saron Yates makes his presence felt in the backfield. Comes up with a 2nd and 10, and Saron Yates is having a great year. 16 and a half sacks so far in the season, already a Baltimore Vultures record.
Yeah, could have had his 17.5 one there on that play, but luckily for Matt South, he was able to get rid of that one before he got sacked.
Buck 20 to go in the football game. This is just a little flare pass. Somehow gets through the arms of the linebacker. I believe that was Alvin Mack that ball went through the hands of. Anyway, it's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Quick set, trip to the top of the screen. Low snap by Matt South. Great corral there. And like you said about the hurry up, here it is for Carolina. As that ball was brought in by Haris Prasad. Come up here across the middle again. Across the middle at the 25-yard line. Don't look now. Carolina's moving.
Looks like they have something going here on offense, hitting the quick passes over the middle.
Another pass over the middle. Caught, and they're inside. They're going to mark him at the 10. Carolina's first time out. And don't look now, but Carolina's knocking on the door again.
Yeah, just like that. After a few completions in a row, Carolina is inside the 10-yard line. Good job by Matt South to command his troops on offense to get good first down after first down play. And I was saying that they should have been moving faster, but maybe they're moving too fast now. They're still got 34 seconds left.
34 seconds. They have 2 timeouts remaining. As you see the offset eye in the backfield. Back to pass is South. Hazard trying to make something happen. Gets down to the 5-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal from there.
Wow, I was waiting for Logan Jack to break out another spin cycle to maybe spring himself open to get to the end zone on that one, but nonetheless, good job by him to get a good 5 yards on that first down play to make it 2nd and short to the goal line. They took that second time out, though, so they're going to have to be careful with the clock as they close out the rest of this half.
Yes, that was Logan Jack on the reception. Split backs, shotgun set, going to the corner of the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Easy pitch and catch. Hello, welcome to the end zone. And that would be number 80, Heath McDaniel Jr. And look at this. Baltimore is in danger of being down only up a score.
Great job by Heath McDaniel to run the out route there on that one to find pay dirt. Easy pitch and catch from South and McDaniel Jr. I don't know how Baltimore lost track of him there on the right side, going to the right side of the end zone, but great job by Carolina coming up with a score before halftime.
25 seconds to go. Extra point pending here. And the kick is up, and it is good by Whistle Jones. And wow, what a tale of 2 quarters. Baltimore came out and really, you'd have to say, punched Carolina in the mouth right at the beginning of this game. But being Muhammad Ali and doing that little old rope-a-dope, right now, a touchdown right now puts Carolina ahead. The difference in 2 quarters.
Yeah, it really is a tale of the tape of two quarters. Baltimore, like you said, started off strong, four straight scoring drives. Two of those drives ended in field goals, however, that might come back to bite them as they close out this game.
21 seconds to go in the half. I think if you're Baltimore, I think you just want to just maybe just take a knee. But look at that long strike they had to Ivory Irvin on their last drive. So let's see what happens here. 21 seconds to go. Wigmore going under center. It's a big set. I think it's going to be a little pass handoff there. Oh, they're going back to pass. Hazard on the reception. Just nowhere to go on the outside. Just a safe play. If it broke free, it broke free. Gain of 2. And we're under 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, I think Carolina was, or I'm sorry, Baltimore was trying to see what kind of play they could run on first down there to see if they were able to spring a bigger gain there on first down. I think they might have pressed it to maybe hurry up and take a timeout and maybe try to score again. But it was only a 2-yard gain, so they were just happy to take this one into the half up by 6.
Now, what are your thoughts on this halftime? If you turned this game off in the first quarter, welcome back. You're now involved in a game here, 20-14.
Yeah, I mean, like we said a couple of minutes ago, it's a tale of the tape of two quarters. Baltimore started off strong, ended up 4 straight drives with scores. However, like I said, those two last drives were field goals instead of touchdowns. And then something must have hit the switch there for Carolina in the second quarter because the defense started to make plays and the secondary holding their wide receivers, as we see Max was there, touchdown there on the replay. But Carolina just started to get things going both offensively and defensively. A good couple of drives by Carolina to bring them within 6 points. And if you're Baltimore, you got to be disappointed in your offense of ending those 2 drives and field goals when you could have had 28 points with 4 touchdowns. You left points on the board and ended up with 2 field goals inside the 20-yard line.
Oh, I agree, especially on that last field goal drive. That we both thought that there was a first down, that the challenge flag should have been thrown, and it wasn't. And that could prove costly, like you said. Only up 6 points, but they do. No, I believe that Carolina gets the ball here to start the second half. So Baltimore's looking shaky here at the second quarter. Maybe the halftime break came at a good time for them so that they can actually regroup and maybe get back to that first quarter form. Jack Wigmore, 14-21 for 245 and 2 touchdowns. Both of them going to Mac Chima, 4 catches for 105. Another wide receiver for Baltimore, Ivory Irvin, 6 catches for 109. Matt South is 15 of 22 for 181, a touchdown to Heath McDaniel Jr. to pull him within 6 points and 1 interception. The leading receiver is Harish Prasad, 6 of 87. Logan Jack, 9 carries for 36. Jimmy Hazard, 7 carries for 19. And Shark Tarkington has the ball on the tee at the 30, 20-14 right now. And that ball is away to Harish Prasad at the goal line, at the 10, the 20, gets out to the 23-yard line, and he's tackled there. What do you think Carolina needs to do, Nate, here on this drive here to really keep the momentum going?
Same thing they were doing in the second quarter, spreading the ball around to all of his wide receivers, mixing in the run with the pass, keeping Logan Jack hot and ready to go. Look for him to get a few runs on this drive, but they need to really keep it balanced and keep this Baltimore defense off balance if they want to find a way to either tie it or even take the lead on this drive.
And just out to the outside, Logan Jack gets a hard run of 5 yards, brings up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, see, when you start off with the run there and get a good 5-yard gain, we said all the time, it can set up a good. Your playbook is wide open on second down, second and medium, so they can really do anything off of this play after you gain those yards on first down.
2nd and 5 from 28-yard line. But receivers as South goes back to pass. Hits the receiver again. First down. Great throw there to Heath McDaniel Jr., who got that touchdown just before the half.
Matt South looks comfortable back there in that pocket, finding his wide open right receiver on the right side of the field. Along the sidelines there, Heath McDaniel to get a good first down conversion catch on the sidelines. And don't look now, but Carolina could be moving in on this drive.
1st and 10 from the Carolina 38 offset I. South back again to throw. Great protection. This time here's the throw, and I believe we're going to get a pass interference here on one Alvin Mack as the flag was coming down. Let's see if I am correct.
Yep, looks like you are correct, sir.
And another big defensive penalty that takes away a big play. This time, the pass interference call. Now, you remember on, I believe it was Carolina's first touchdown drive when it was picked off by Giovanni Bolt, and it was, I believe, a holding call by Austin Brigham that brought that back to get them their first touchdown. So another big defensive penalty here as the ball is just before the midfield stripe on Carolina's side of the field here. Trips to the top of your screen, 1st and 10. Another short drop. This time it's caught right across the middle for a gain of 6 yards, and that is Sam Avalos.
Yeah, Sam Avalos with a good 6-yard reception there over the middle. But going back to your previous point, very uncharacteristic of this Baltimore defense, making stupid penalties on defense in the secondary. One holding penalty, one pass interference to help this Carolina team on offense keep the ball moving.
Another short drop, and this time the receiver was well covered. You saw they're going for Sam Avalos. Ben Stacking Paper was in his back pocket.
Yeah, Ben Stacking Paper looked like he might have been able to come away with that interception, but he was too interested in laying out Sam Avalos instead and was just batted the ball down. And then after he batted the ball down, decided to lay a hit on Sam Avalos over the right side.
3rd and 4 coming up, 2 for 4 so far in this football game. Another short drop, and again out to the sidelines. And another great catch on the sideline by Heath McDaniel Jr. And it's another first down to the 37. And Matt South is having great success when he's throwing the ball outside the numbers.
He really is. There's a handful of times already, not only on this drive, but in the first half as well, where he's finding these wide open wide receivers on the out route. Heath McDaniel Jr., his touchdown in the second quarter came on the out route, if I remember correctly. So good job by him to find his wide receivers on the outside.
Hit as he's thrown and somehow finds its way to Heath McDaniel Jr. First down for them on back-to-back plays, South to McDaniel Jr.
Heath McDaniel Jr. on back-to-back receptions. Wow, that was close to being either tipped or picked off there by number 42. Looks like that was Frank Smith there over the middle. But McDaniel Jr. doing it, catching it on the outside of the numbers, catching it on the inside of the numbers. Good job of him by keeping this drive going.
Boy, and South was just staring down the face mask of Teron Yates right there. As I believe that is Alvin Smith that's coming up with, Alvin Mack coming up there with the tackle. Second aim, but as I was saying, South was just looking dead in the face mask. Teron Yates has still found his way to get his ball to Heath McDaniel Jr. He comes up 2nd and 8 here after the 2-yard run by Logan Jack. Another inside handoff and a spin move and another spin move. Jack first down at Baltimore's 13-yard line, looking to take the lead.
Logan Jack, my good sir, what are you made of as you're running down the middle, going spin cycle after spin cycle, getting that first down inside the 20-yard line to set his offense up nicely as they move inside the red zone. Good job by him right up the middle.
Little Mo right now is wearing the Carolina dark blue as Logan Jack this time has absolutely nowhere to go. As you saw, big number 99 there Sharon Yates, along with help from his outside linebacker cohort, Keenan Samuels, no gain.
Yeah, but not a bad play call by Carolina's offense as well, though. You come off a big gain on the previous play or up the middle on the run play. Go back to the run as often as you can, I think.
Outside flare, spin move again, and a first down. What a tremendous individual effort out there by Logan Jack. Looked like he was going to get tackled for a loss, and somehow makes it a 1st and goal.
Logan Jack looking like a man possessed on this drive. Coming away with a huge reception on the left side by the sidelines, spinning his way to another first down on the 2-yard line. Carolina is looking nice on this drive. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Then goal from the Baltimore 2. Offset eye, Logan Jack deep in the backfield. It looks like they're going to throw to the back of the end zone. And wow, dangerous pass, as that ball could have easily been picked off. 4 white to 1 blue. Not a good scenario, but a ball falls incomplete.
Not a good scenario at all. And again, 9 times out of 10, these Baltimore DBs and safeties usually come away with those passes over the middle. Instead, it's just another incomplete pass, batted down to the ground. Carolina has found second life on this drive.
Full house backfield. Logan Jack is in, and Carolina has tied this game at 20. Can there be another undefeated knockoff for this team? They're an extra point away from taking the lead.
Logan Jack, I think this was his drive so far in the game, leading his offense down the middle of the field on run plays and receptions. Good job by him to finish off this drive, making Baltimore's defense pay for not coming away with that previous play interception and making only an incomplete pass. Logan Jack making them pay as he hits pay dirt over the middle for the score.
If you're a Carolina fan and you took the 17.5, you're probably smiling right now. I know definitely going to be smiling as this extra point is up and good. And don't look now, Carolina's up 21-20.
Wow. That's all I can say right now is Carolina's team is riding that wave of momentum coming out of the second quarter, coming out of the locker room from halftime, and continuing what they started in that second quarter, finding themselves ahead by 1 point as Baltimore is about to get the ball for the first time after halftime.
Nice drive there. As you see, Giovanni Bolt going back. Tries to break to the outside. Already has 2 touchdown returns for the year, but this time only gets to the 27-yard line. And if you're Baltimore, you better get the smelling salts underneath your nose because you've just been punched out.
Yeah, this Baltimore offense has been looking a little comatose here, and this from the beginning of the second quarter on, just hasn't gotten the ball moving as much as they did in the first quarter. They've got to get something going, or else they could be finding themselves in a world of trouble later on.
Across the center, drop.
Oh, no.
Somehow that ball got to Ivory Irvin, but Ivory Irvin just dropped the football, and he would have been in the track meet to get to the end zone.
I think had Ivory Irvin come away with that completed pass, he may have been in the end zone at this time, still calling his name as he's going down the field. Just an uncharacteristic play, a drop by him to make it 2nd and long.
Just seems like all the plays that were going Baltimore's way all season are now going against them. As Whitmore, great catch there by Lloyd Graham Jr., knowing he was going to get hit going across the middle. First down at the 43.
Yeah, like you said, Lloyd Graham Jr. with a good route on the left side. Knew he was going to take a lick by big number 22 there, Tristan Hatley, but was able to hold on to that ball and give his offense another first down on the 43.
Casually walks up to the line of scrimmage, offset eye in the backfield. He looks like he's changing the play here. Jackson on a play clock, plenty of time. Handoff goes to Hazard, and he only gains 3 yards as big number 39. Mark Martin again on a tackle, 6'3", 210.
Yeah, only a 3 yard gain there on first down, but again,
Right.
you can't go away from the running play. You got to keep it balanced as you're moving the ball down the field. Uncharacteristically, Jimmy Hazard only has 19 yards so far in this game, and we're halfway through the third quarter. So definitely an off game for him, but they still have to keep him involved.
Trips to the top of the screen. The defender's playing way off, at least 10 yards off of the ball. And what a defensive break
Wow.
on the football, looking for Lloyd Graham Jr. And as a strong safety yourself, Nate, you must love the reaction by that defender.
Yes, I absolutely do. Big play by him to come away with that tip ball to keep the ball away from that wide receiver, number 43. Great job by Kane Vasquez. Could have been a pick six had he held on to the football. I think it would have been six the other way, but good job by him to make the incomplete tip.
That's what an 8-season veteran will do for you. Wigmore goes back to pass, and just absolutely no one picks up the blitzing linebacker as Wigmore is sacked, and Carolina comes away with holding them to a punt.
Free safety, number 27, Daniel Valentine, come away with a huge sack on third down to make it 4th and long. Momentum clearly on the side of Carolina right now as we close in on the end of the third quarter.
I think that is one of the most unused defensive plays in in the SFL. We have a lot of talented free safeties and strong safeties, including my broadcast partner here, Nate Hall. And that could just be a great play for your defense as this, as Prasad gets absolutely nowhere on the punt return. But Carolina's getting the football back. 4:32 to go in the third. Man, a nice time-consuming point-scoring drive here, and Baltimore could be hurting.
Baltimore could really be hurting if like you said, if Carolina can move the ball and take time up in doing so and still score, Baltimore needs to be worried.
Pass out to Logan Jack, and this time tackled by Frank Smith. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6, the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. And don't forget your mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. Sector 6 also features a replica team jerseys, customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6, 97 Sports Promotions, and the SFL. As you see the quarterback there, Matt South, another ball across the middle. This time to Vince DeSantis, and another first down for this Carolina offense.
Yeah, Matt South able to find his tight end. Yes, hashtag throw it to the tight end. They'll get that first down for you when they come down with those catches down the middle. Good job by Matt South to find his tight end to get that first down.
Boy, Carolina looking really good here with 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. Back to pass again. Steps up in the pocket. Hits us just a short little crossing route, but gains 4 yards. That pass was to Heath McDaniel Jr.
Yeah, nice little 4 yard reception there by Heath McDaniel Jr. Not a huge play, but any play that moves the ball is going to be good for your offense. So good job by Matt South to get all of his receivers involved and come away with that catch by Heath McDaniel.
2nd and 6. Single back shotgun set here. South back to throw again. Great pressure and a great throw over the shoulder catch. And it's another first down for Baltimore. This time, for Carolina. This time at the Baltimore 36-yard line.
Yep, Vince DeSantis came away with a catch earlier in this drive. Tony Zoma said, "Don't leave me out here. I want a reception too on this drive." And he gets one among 3 or 4 Baltimore defenders. Somehow comes away with that ball on the left side to give another first down for this offense.
Baltimore's defense looking shaky. Flip back set. They hand off. Now, speaking of, they make this announcement looks foolish as it's tackled for no gain. Big play there by Keenan Samuels.
Yeah, number 49, Keenan Samuels getting the TFL there for a 1-yard loss for Logan Jack. Baltimore's defense has to step up, though. They've got to come away with something big on this drive to hold Carolina.
Another handoff to Logan Jack, and again met with force. They're going to give him 1 yard, as once again Keenan Samuels says hello.
Yeah, Keenan Samuels come away with the big back-to-back tackles on this set of plays. Looks like Giovanni Bolt might have been in there as well on the combined tackle, but good job by them to stuff that running game before it could get started.
Be a 53-yard field goal if they don't gain another yard. That's how back to pass, and great defensive play. It looked like that ball was going to be completed, but Mike Ocean was an intended target, but great defensive play to swat it away.
Mike Goodison on the target. Good job by a defender to swat that one away by number 36, it looks like. However, we all know Whistle Jones has the leg. It's a matter of will they trot him out there for the long field goal to extend this lead.
That was Mr. Troy Loshaw, who actually had an interception and a scoop and score, and they're looking to punt here and pin him deep. They just think it's just a little bit too long of a field goal attempt, but I think that might be the smart play here.
Yeah, because if they miss this field goal attempt, they would be giving Baltimore better field position. And as it is now with that tackle on the 12-yard line, Baltimore has a long field to go if they want to come in scoring range.
Yeah, if you're Carolina, your defense has absolutely came to life here from the second quarter on. Baltimore's offense not looking too good, so I think it was a safe but very calculated move there to punt the football as Wigmore under center trips to the top of your screen. Single back as Wigmore back to pass, throws the quick out route, and it's caught. Tries the spin move, gets 8 yards. Nice play there by Mac Chima.
Yeah, we see the stat line there. Mac Chima over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. On that particular play, tried to get the spin move to break out of a couple of tackles, but just couldn't break out of it. But still, a nice 8-yard gain by him to set up his offense for second and short.
Less than a minute to go here in the third quarter. Wigmore under center again. Back to pass, looking long. Gets his receiver. That's Mac Chima, I believe, going down to the sidelines. And the angle does not get there, but it gets him to the 5-yard line. It is Mac Chima having a day.
Mac Chima, sir, you are a machine. You just burned that poor guy, number 42, and you just come away with a catch and run down the sidelines. Luckily, that defender, though, was able to recover and make a tackle further down the field. We saw this in the second half, the second quarter, though, Gerald. They get a big play, and then Carolina's D steps up and holds them to 3. So let's see if they can do the same thing on this set of plays.
Seconds to go here. The handoff to Hazard tries to break it to the outside. Nothing doing. As big old number 99, Javon Passad, comes up here. I think that's going to be the last play of this third quarter. Everybody, get your fours up in the chat. It's 21-20 Carolina. Don't go anywhere for an exciting fourth quarter here on the SFL Twitch channel. Stay tuned.
What's up, everyone? I'm Doug. What's up, everyone? I'm Doug, oh my god.
I'm Doug Brown, running back, Mud Dogs. That's Potty, Kicker, Dragons. That's Benny Butcher, DT, Dragons. We the Simpot, the Late Night SFL podcast. Check us out on YouTube and Twitter.
as we're back in Raleigh, North Carolina. Gerald Giudice, Nate Hall, James Walters in the stats truck, and of course Cameron Irvine making us look really good here as we got a 2nd and goal here from the 5-yard line. Hand off to Hazard, and again, this time it was T-Roy Gaines. We were just mentioning in the break that we haven't heard his name. We heard his name now, but no gain as David Ware comes up and makes this tackle. The first-year player drafted 4th overall.
Yeah, T-Roy Gaines getting his name called for the first time. However, for a no-game play, Carolina's D is zeroing in on that run game.
And this time it's a drop in the back of the end zone. Ivory Irvin, and I think he knew he was going to take a pop there. I believe it was Ivory Irvin on the being the intended target, but either way, the ball falls incomplete, and it's going to be a field goal unit here for Baltimore.
Another win for Carolina's defense to hold this to a 3-point attempt.
Definitely. Baltimore looking to regain the lead off the foot of Shark Tarkington. That crowd kick is up, and the kick is good. Visit the SFL's YouTube channel at youtube.com/SimulationFL for an archive of every game, draft, every moment you might have missed since the SFL got its start in 2013. Our SFL YouTube channel features top 10 plays of the week, archive people behind the player segments, and all the major milestones in league history. As Shark Tarkington puts his foot into the ball to Harish Prasad, who takes it at the goal line at the 10, up to the 20, spin move at the 25, and is tackled there. Okay, Carolina, you now have to answer Baltimore's drive.
Yeah, and I think all Carolina needs to do here on this drive is keep doing what they've been doing the last 2 quarters. Spread the ball around, keep Logan Jack involved, milk the clock a little bit. They've got to be feeling really good right now where they're sitting with only a 2-point deficit.
Matt South under center. One back in the backfield. He drops back to pass, deep drop, and it's a sack. Something that Carolina didn't need. Tucker Lewis and Saron Yates combined on the sack to make it 2nd and long.
Yeah, definitely not what Carolina needed there to start this drive. Big sack by Carolina's big defenders. Baltimore's defenders. As Saron Yates gets in there for a big sack to knock this Carolina offense back 7 yards to make it 2nd and long.
Big time players in this league make big time plays. And right there, Lewis and Yates make a big one as it's 2nd and 17. Oh, God, he's going to be sacked again. Back-to-back sacks. This time it's Al Walker, and it's going to bring up 3rd and a country mile for Carolina.
Yeah, Al Walker there saying he wants to get in on the sack action to get at the quarterback a big hit, and he gets in there for a big play to knock him further back and make it a 3rd and huge on this play.
3rd and 24, just a short drop going across the middle. It's caught, but it's going to be well short of the first down. Gave their punters some room, but great 3 and out here by the Baltimore Vultures defense when they really needed it the most.
Yeah, the Baltimore defense has been pretty much quiet through the 2nd and 3rd quarters, coming up with a few big tackles, though, a few pass deflections, but a good job by them to get a big stop on 3rd and long when they needed it to get this ball back to their offense.
Punt is away, no rush whatsoever. Giovanni Bolt takes it at the 40 and is up to the 41-yard line. Coverage of the Simulation Football League 17th season on Next Level Sports continues Saturday, October 2nd at 9 p.m. in prime time. NXT picks up the second half of Arizona, Mexico City, followed by the late tussle in the Pacific between its top 2 teams, Los Angeles and Vancouver, at 9:50 p.m. Eastern kickoff time. Bonus coverage of Louisiana, St. Louis, and Lone Star Vegas. It all comes your way next Saturday on Next Level Sports. And speaking of coming your way, Jimmy Hazard, with his biggest play of the day running the football, gets a first down.
Yeah, Carolina's defense up to this point has done a good job of slowing down this running game of T-Roy Gaines and Jimmy Hazard. But on this play, Jimmy Hazard had his other plans, getting that big first down on the right side, following his blockers over towards the sidelines.
So Ravens to go here, 1st and 10. Single back, trips to the top of your screen, bunched. Wigmore back to throw across the middle, and it's caught for, they're saying, a first down. It's a gain of 10, and they move the sticks once again.
Yeah, just enough there for the first down over the middle. Good completion there. Fine for Jack Wigmore finding his open wide receiver over the middle. Just enough for the first down to keep this set of downs moving.
Wigmore had another short drop. This time, great break on the football there by number 42, Davidson Joseph, to knock that ball away.
Yeah, Davison Joseph getting a good read on that where that pass was going, was able to run in there last second and tip that ball away before the receiver had a chance to get it.
You've come over from watching Mexico City, Fort Worth. The Aztecs win 28-10. But right now, you've missed a heck of a game. If you've been watching that one, as Baltimore just got the lead back, 23-21, as they're going deep, and it's touchdown city, making a hat trick for Mac Chima, and they go up 8 points, 29-21.
Oh my, huge backbreaker for Carolina's team right now. Jack Wigmore able to sit back in the pocket, sling that over the towards the sidelines, towards Mac Chima, and Mac Chima just does the rest, comes down with the catch, and goes into the touchdown to make it a 2-score game, pitting the extra point.
Yeah, beat Davidson Joseph there. Wigmore. It just seems like Baltimore, when they need big plays, whether it's offense, defense, or special teams, the big time players make the plays. Teron Yates and Walker with the sacks. Wigmore to Chima, their third connection of the ball game, and that extra point makes it a 9-point lead. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music selection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the special soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find perfect tracks for your progress, visit apmmusic.com. As Prasad comes up here to the 23-yard line, speaking of music, Matt South really has to orchestrate a great drive right here.
It really does. It's not panic time quite yet. Still over 7 minutes to go in this game, but it would go a long way for Carolina to be able to come away with some type of score on this drive to help their offense stay in this game.
Receiver single back set for Matt South as he goes back to pass. Flares it out wide. Another broken tackle there. Logan Jack gets a gain of 5.
Yeah, number 42, Frank Smith, tried to trip him up by the shoelaces to hold him for only a couple of yard gain, but Logan Jack able to break out of that tackle, get an extra 3 yards before he's tackled there by the sidelines to make it a 2nd and medium.
2nd and 5 here from just outside the 29-yard line. 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top of your screen. Looks like tight coverage here by Baltimore. South back to pass again. Has to scramble out of the pocket and somehow almost found his receiver as pressure from Teron Yates once again forces the incompletion. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Yeah, looks like Matt South was running for his life right there, trying to buy just enough time to find an open wide receiver. He had one out there on the out route, just threw the ball a little bit ahead of where his wide receiver was, and it falls incomplete.
One of the biggest 3rd down in Carolina season right now, as it's caught for a first down, but there is a flag on the play. It might be another defensive hold, you think?
No, it's going to be a declined offsides. I saw a defender jump across the line of scrimmage. So that good pass play by Matt South is going to stand to give him a first down.
How did I miss big 6'3", 286 Al Walker jumping off sides? But either way, it was a first down. And for Carolina's playoff hopes, they really, really need to try to get a driver to get some points and maybe somehow pull off this upset.
Absolutely, and that first down play is a good start to get them on their way to making that happen.
That south end pocket just collapses, and again, it's Lewis and Yates combining to get to the quarterback.
Sherron Yates has just been a nightmare for this offensive line and for Matt South, coming in with a huge sack to knock him backwards to make it a 2nd and long. We saw this before. Let's see if Carolina can protect him a little bit better.
A little bit of a delayed blitz, and a floater somehow, some way, falls into the hands of Heath McDaniel Jr., and they get almost all of it back to the first down marker. It's like 2nd and maybe 2. Or 3rd and 2, sorry.
Yeah, 3rd and 2 there. Somehow that ball was just floated out there for his wide receiver, but somehow Heath McDaniel Jr. able to come up with that big catch to make it 3rd and short.
Wow, 3rd and 2 here. Press coverage by Baltimore. 4 of 8 on 3rd down so far in the game for Carolina. They desperately need a 5th as that ball is deflected and incomplete. Austin Brigham on the coverage. And it's going to be a 4th and 2, and I think for Carolina, do you go for it or do you try to put them deep?
I think it's too early to go for it yet. Try to play field position. You got the ball almost to midfield. You've got a decent punter. Try to pin them deep and maybe make them go on a 3-and-out drive to get the ball back in decent field. Oh, no. Is that an offsides penalty? That'd be huge.
It
is. Oh,
wow.
No. 3rd big stupid play penalty for this Baltimore defense to give this Carolina offense new life on this drive.
Marvin Johnstone, a backup free safety on the special teams unit, somehow lines up offsides and gives Carolina, like you said, new life. Matt South, look at that rating, 91.1 solid. Over 300 yards and a touchdown, but he does have an interception here as they're inside Baltimore territory at the 48. Thanks to those free 5 yards. South to Logan Jack. Logan Jack again makes that first person miss. And this time Smith comes up with the tackle, 2nd and 5.
Wow, 2nd and 5 on the flat route there for Logan Jack, but we're going to have to see if that offsides penalty is going to come back and bite this Baltimore team in the rear end. What a play, what a penalty.
They've survived a couple of bites, I think, on their backside this game. As South back to pass. This time it's out of bounds. Trying to do the tiptoe was Mr. number 89, Harish Prasad, the 7-year vet. Couldn't keep his feet in. And another big 3rd down conversion needed here for Carolina. They're 5 of 9. They need to go 6 of 10.
I think that was a questionable call on the sidelines there. He might have came away with the tiptoe on the catch on the sidelines, but with no red flag, we'll have to see if they convert here on 3rd and medium.
Press coverage. Outside, going across the middle, wide open. That's, I believe, Zoma with the catch, and now it's hurry-up offense here at the Baltimore 30.
It's an emergency here for this offense.
A nice play design out there wide. Gets the ball, goes out of bounds, stops the clock. I believe that's back-to-back catches for Tony Zoma, the 5-season veteran, as Loshaw makes the stop.
It is. Tony Zoma coming up big on this set of a couple of plays here on this drive. First getting the ball over the middle, and on this one, going out on the out route to get the ball on the sidelines to set up his offense with 1st and 10. And yes, they are back into the red zone. Great job by this offense to move the ball down the field.
Matt South having a great drive. They're 16 yards away from the end zone. Back to pass across the middle. And it's caught. And now they're at the 1 yard line. It's first and goal from the 1. 4:30 as they're coming up to the line. Offset.
Watch out for
Formation
the
going
flat.
back the pass.
Oh, and I called
It's a
it.
flat pass. Great call by Nate Hall on the play. Logan Jack in for 6. And it's now a 30-27 ball game.
Man, I couldn't do that again if I tried. But great job by Carolina. Matt South finding his running back coming out into the flat on the left side. And Logan Jack just does the rest and finds pay dirt for 6 more points to keep this Carolina team in this football game. Great job.
The extra point to bring this with 2 with 4:28 to go. Upset alert. You know it. As the extra point is down, snap hold, and the point, all of it's good. We are now 30-28 tomorrow. Coverage of the Simulation Football League 17th season for the fans continues tomorrow at 2 p.m. with Cameron Irvine and Mike St. Green. We'll have the top 10 plays from season 17's third quarter, the updated playoff standing, league leaders through week 9, and a mega matchup between Vancouver and St. Louis with bonus coverage of Charleston and Queen City. It all comes your way tomorrow on For the Fans. And don't stick anywhere because we got a great ball game here as Giovanni Bolt gets out to the 21-yard line. And now if you're Baltimore, you need first downs and you need that 4:23 to disappear from that clock.
Yeah, Baltimore has to break out their 4-minute offense, try to get Jimmy Hazard and T-Roy Gaines going a little bit as they try to close out this game. Carolina, their defense has to step up right here, right now. It is time for them to make plays.
And it goes to T-Roy Gaines. Goes up the middle for 9, and man, T-Roy getting down, shaking it a little bit, getting a 2nd and 1. Big carry for T-Roy.
T-Roy, give me a shimmy shakester. Nice job by him to find the fullback dive right up the middle for a nice 9-yard gain. Only the second time he's touched the ball in this game, and it goes for a good gain to make it 2nd and short.
Yeah, and he does something with that second touch, gaining 9 yards here. 2nd and 1 as that clock is now at 3:50 and counting. Again, they give the ball to T-Roy Gaines. And I think if you're if you're Baltimore, that's smart. Put it in the hands of your vet. You know he's going to be safe with the football, and it's another first down for Baltimore. They're only 11th or 12th in this game so far.
Yeah, if this is Carolina's last chance to maybe stop, the ball getting handed off to T-Roy Gaines is not what you want to see happen.
Clock ticking under 3:15. This time, Hazard gets the ball. He gets walloped at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and 8. Carolina might want to think about taking some timeouts here to stop Baltimore's clock movement here.
They still got all 3 timeouts. I guess they trust their defense to maybe get a stop here on this set of downs. Hopefully they do so, or else their chances to come back in this game are dwindling.
Defenders playing 10 yards off the football as it trips to the bottom of the screen here. As that's going to prove costly, it's going to leave that side of the field open for Hazard. It's going to be 3rd and 2, and I think that's going to be the last play here until we get to the 2-minute warning. At least if I was Baltimore, I'd have that clock run down to 2 minutes. Let's see what happens here, but it's a big defensive play here for Carolina.
If I'm Baltimore, I don't snap this right now. Oh, they do.
They do snap it, and they do get the first down. Hazard at 49-yard line. The 2-minute warning coming officially at 1:59. Baltimore holds a 2-point lead, 30-28. You're watching the SFL on Twitch. Don't go anywhere.
It's the SFL nights with AJ Strike.
Psst. Hey, you over there stressing out about this 2-minute warning. Don't worry. Join me every Thursday night at 6 p.m. for SFL Nights with AJ Striker, where we go over game by game analysis, one on one interviews, and great panelists helping me break down these games every week. Looking forward to bringing you another great podcast next week, but until then, y'all, stay safe, treat each other well. Striker out.
It's the SFL nights with AJ Striker.
Welcome back to Raleigh, North Carolina. Nate Hall, James Walters in the truck. I'm Gerald Giuseppe here with covering the last 2 minutes of a very entertaining football game between Baltimore and Carolina here, as it's 1st and 10 at the Carolina 49-yard line. Carolina's defense needs a stop, and they get it. T-Roy Gaines somehow falls forward and gains 2 yards when they look like he was being held for nothing. Carolina takes their first timeout.
Wow. T-Roy Gaines, the veteran, he looked like he was dead to rights on that run up the middle to hold him for a no gain or even maybe a short loss on that one, but somehow spins out of that tackle and finds a good 2 yards on first down.
Big save. They actually have T-Roy on the line here, on the right side line. Going back. They're going back to throw the football. Got some blockers out in front, and that's a big first down. Hazard looks like he's going to put the icing on this cake, and he does. Somehow finds his way to the end zone. Big time Jimmy Hazard. Big time touchdown. Baltimore up 8.
Wow. Jimmy Hazard coming up big late when it counts. Jack Whitmore finding him out there on the flat, and all that Jimmy Hazard needs is one spin move and a little bit of speed, and he's gone to make it a pending 2-possession game late in this ball game.
I believe that was Chad Stinson who missed it, but when they had those blockers down in front, you knew it was going to be a first down. But like you said, Hazard, the rookie, just turned on the Jets and went down the sidelines to put Baltimore up by 8. And now with Sharp Tarkenton's extra point, it is now a 9-point lead, 37-28 Carolina, but there's still a $1.46 left. And you have both timeouts here. It might take a miracle here in North Carolina, but we've seen crazier things here in the SFL.
Yeah, absolutely. Carolina cannot get down on themselves now. There's still time left in this game. Minute 46 left on the clock. They just have to trust their offense and trust the rest of their team to be able to get that ball down the field and in the end zone and able to make it a game once again.
Prasad from the goal line up to the 23-yard line and is hit there. Came out south, a $1.42 to go. 2 timeouts remaining. Let's see what happens here. But if you're Carolina, you have to be totally impressed with how you played against arguably the SFL's best team in Baltimore.
Absolutely, but we can't start calling them down and out yet because they still got a minute 42, and Matt South has to come out and be the veteran that he can be and move this team down the field.
And that's not going to happen as it's short and looking for his playmaker, Logan Jack, in his 2nd and 10. The best part about that, it only took about 4 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, 4 seconds off the clock, incomplete pass. Looks like had Logan Jack caught that, he may have been tackled in bounds to milk that clock away. So good job to stop the clock and give him another chance.
Press coverage by Baltimore once again on Carolina's receivers. Shotgun for Matt South. Goes to the sidelines. Caught and forced out of bounds. It's a reach for Saad, but it's going to become a 3rd and a long 6 for Carolina, who's 5-10 for the game.
But the good thing for Carolina is this late in the ball game, you have 2 plays to get 6 yards. Yeah, it's 3rd and 6. You only got 4 yards on that second down play, but your playbook is pretty much wide open. But you do have to start moving the ball further down the field.
And press coverage on the receivers. South going. And South, he gets dropped for the 5th time in this game. Al Walker on the sack. Let's see what the flag is.
Another defensive holding. Oh, personal
foul.
Clipping.
Block in the back, I believe, is going to be on the offense. And it is on the guard, Wesley Joins. That's a big penalty because they're going to take the sack. It's just going to be a loss of down. So Carolina now, 3rd and long situation coming up here. They need, 14 yards here to get the first down at their 20.
This is 4th down, I believe, here, Gerald. It is 4th and 13.
Oh, it is 4th down.
They applied that penalty, so this is game for Carolina if you're keeping track.
4th and 13 against South, but this time nowhere to go. And that's going to be the ball game as Walker and Lewis combine to meet at the South. And that's going to be a turnover on downs for Carolina, and that's going to pretty much put this ball game on ice.
Yeah, this defensive line has been doing it all game to Carolina and Matt South, showing up when it matters, getting big sack after big sack to make it further and further back on these longer plays. I think that's going to be about it for Carolina.
They're just running the football now. Take some time off. Carolina burns its 2nd timeout. 1 to go. And I believe with this win, Baltimore clinches their division going 10-0. And man, Carolina, we thought they had a hard road here to get to the playoffs. They played Baltimore, then they played Charleston and Florida. Those teams combined are 12-6. So it doesn't get any easier as that's an inside handoff. And the ball's on the ground. Who has it? I think Baltimore recovered it. They did. Tackle Kevin Guy. The big guy falls on the football. And that's odd from T.R. Gaines to drop the football in that situation. But it's 3rd and 4 here at the 5-yard line. Looks like they're trying to maybe even score here. I mean, they are underneath their point per game total of 41.3. They're going to take it down to 7 on the play clock, down to 5. And 60 seconds to go in the game. Wigmore to throw it across the middle. And somewhere, I don't know if Ivory Irving got spun around or what, but running the wrong way brings up a 4th and goal from the 9. And out comes Shark Tarkington here to really put this game on ice to get them to 40-28.
Where was Ivory Irvin going on that play? That's my thing. He looked like he could have just lunged forward and at least got the first down on the 1-inch line, but the defender must have scared him way too much to be able to go forward and just find himself going backwards on that play.
26-yard attempt here for the Shark, and it's good. It's now a 40-28 ball game. 51 seconds to go. No timeouts remaining. Man, Carolina put up a fight, but Baltimore again just finds a way to win football games.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, it was only a 30-28 lead for Baltimore earlier in this quarter. But like you said, Baltimore just finds ways to keep themselves in the game and close these games out and give their team the win each and every week.
Prasad trying to make something happen, gets to the 27-yard line, and you're going to see The arm of Matt South being utilized here with 46 seconds to go. 34 of 48 for 360 plus yards, 2 touchdowns. He hasn't played bad. He's only had that 1 interception. We'll see what happens here on 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Back to throw again, and another sack by Tucker Lewis. I believe that's his first solo, 2.5 on the game. And they just can't protect South anymore. He's been sacked on his last 3 plays. This ball's overthrown, and it's going to be 3rd and 19.
I think this loss by Carolina is obviously huge, but it can't be blamed on Matt South or his willingness to just fire the ball all over the place. He's had an outstanding game this game, like you were saying, getting the ball spread out to his wide receivers. The only problem is you can't pass the ball when you're getting chased down by big defenders on that D-line, and he's been sacked more times than needed. And there's another one.
I mean, they're just teeing off and coming on him. I mean, there's Tucker Lewis again with another sack on this set of downs. It's going to be 4th down and 26. And Carolina's going the other way here with 8 seconds to go. There's a penalty flag down, and that's nowhere near the 1st down. Let's see what the flag is, but with 5 seconds to go in the game, it's irrelevant. So congratulations, Baltimore, on your division win here as we see the call.
Oh, defensive holding. One last Hail Mary attempt coming up.
That's Austin Brigham's 2nd defensive holding call of the football game. This one's not going to be as costly here as it just gives Carolina 5 yards to the 16 with 5 seconds to go. I mean, this game was really well played on all sides of the football. Baltimore just flexed its muscles like it's been doing all season long, and it's going to come away with a big win here. South goes back to pass again. That's a wobbly pass off and out to the sidelines as the clock reads zeros. 40-28 Baltimore. Your thoughts on this game, Nate, and who do you think the player of the game is?
So overall, this game, I think it was well played on both sides of the ball, like you were saying. This game came down to Baltimore's big D-line getting in the face of Matt South time and time again with all those sacks that the D-line was tallying up for Baltimore. The offensive line for Carolina just couldn't keep those big defenders of Al Walker, Tucker Lewis, Nate Brown, Tyron Yates, all 4 of those guys, and even the free safety got in. Even the linebackers got in the action a couple of times. But this game comes down to the offensive line of Carolina not being able to keep these defenders out of the offensive backfield and not being able to protect Matt South when it mattered the most. Good game overall by Jack Wigmore, doing enough to get his team the win on this game. Big 10-0 record. It's looking good as they close out the stretch of games in this regular season of slate of games. Carolina, they're going to have a lot of work to do over the last 2 weeks if they want to find themselves in a decent wild card position come the end of week 12. As far as player of the game, I think it's got to be Machima with his leading his team with 3 touchdown receptions.
3 touchdown receptions, 7 catches for 219. I'm going to say it's Jack Wigmore, 21-32 for over 400 yards and 4 scores. Like you said about the defensive line, it looked like Walker and Lewis combined for 6 sacks. And we're not even talking about Brown, Yates, or even Marvin Himes, who got on the board here. But you saw the replay. Let's see who the player of the game is. It is Machima. Great call, Nate Hall. 7 catches, 229, and 3 scores, 32.7 per catch.
Absolutely great game by him today.
James Walters doing the stats and doing a great job, as well as my broadcast partner, Nate Hall. I'm Gerald Giuseppe saying goodbye from Raleigh, North Carolina. Baltimore wins
40-28.